What up, YouTube? Once again, another video. Thoughts of a African American software developer. And as you can see, I have this is video of one of my bookshelves. I have three bookshelves in my house. I have three tall bookshelves. So I have like one bookshelf just devoted to um subject of my profession, which is software development. And I'm gonna go over what have I been studying past year and a half, past 2 years. Because once you become once you make a commitment to being a software developer, you make a lifetime commitment to studying. Lifetime commitment. And that involves buying books. I know, some people think that they can just go on Google and figure out how to code, put something together. But that's not the best way to learn, and it's not going to keep you in top notch as far as knowledge. It's not going to keep you in top notch. It's competitive. It's not going to give you a competitive advantage in this profession. So it's imperative for a developer to buy books. It's an investment in yourself. So you cannot maintain a top-notch competitive advantage if you are not buying books. So I'm going to go through a few books that I've been reading the last year and a half, because I have to upgrade my skills. I have to become competitive. One of the first books I mentioned, I work with Java. So Java comes out with a new version maybe every year and a half. So this book here, Java 8 in Action, excellent book. So I've been working with Java from its first iteration, Java 1. And this book is an excellent resource to have for a Java developer. If you're doing any type of Java development today, you're going to need to know the things that are contained in this book. So if you're trying to learn Java, you better get this book, Java 8 in Action. It's by Manning Publications. I buy most of my books from them. They have very good reference material. And since I'm a member on their site, they send me emails, discounts. So I usually buy my books on discount. But they give you two versions. You have the option of buying a print version and a PDF version. So that's why I usually buy from them. So I usually get the PDF version and I get the print version. So this is this is a book that I recommend for Java developers. So I'm going through what I've been studying. So I've been also upgrading my JavaScript skills. So even though I've been working with JavaScript for years, JavaScript releases different versions of their software also. So I've been reading this book, studying this book, JavaScript Ninja. So JavaScript, within the last couple of years, it added a whole bunch of new features to JavaScript. And this book goes through all the new features, all the new, language constructs that, even for seasoned JavaScript developers, they may not know. Just because you've been working with JavaScript for over 10 years, you're not gonna know these new features. I mean, I've been working with JavaScript over 10 years, and just reading this book, it blew me away of all the new features that are out there. So it's good to know if you're doing front end web based applications, all of which use JavaScript for mobile and for web. So I recommend this book, JavaScript Ninja. It goes in for this is for seasoned JavaScript developers that have been working with JavaScript. Um, so for beginners, just get a beginning JavaScript book and then roll into this. So this starts off from a seasoned developer point of view. So I would recommend that for a JavaScript developer. Now the next book. So if you're a Java developer, you're aware of this framework, Spring. So I've been working with Spring, the Spring framework, which is a dependency injection. It started off as a dependency injection framework, um, maybe like 10 years ago. And as you can see, I got the first edition. This is the first edition book I bought maybe 10, 11 years ago. Let me put this back. Put this over. And this right here is the 5th edition. The 5th edition, they added so many features that it's crazy. So it's like, different types of features for security, for, writing REST services, for different types of functionality. Like Spring now is the go-to tool. Like they made writing a lot of code on the server side much easier. Whereas you would have to write that code yourself. Now Spring, it has a feature that allows you to do it in Spring. So for all Java developers, I recommend this book. Recommend it. I've also been I've been working with Angular, but I wanted to go more in depth. Now this is a excellent book. So what is Angular? Angular is a framework for building web-based applications, web and mobile. So it incorporates JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and then it incorporates it into its functionality where you building components in Angular and piecing those pieces together, which allows you to build a web mobile based application quickly if you know the ins and out of Angular. And so you should have an understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then you move into Angular. But I recommend this book for seasoned web developers. Very good book. So as you can see, I buy books. I buy at least maybe 7, 8 books. I say 5 books a year. So I have a lot of books. I got old books here because I'm a contractor, and a lot of times, I take projects and they're still using legacy applications, which is legacy code. So I keep a lot of my books because I may be working on a legacy application and I might need that information. So it's good to have these old books. Someone might say, "Hey, well, I could just use Google. Like, why I gotta buy these books?" The thing is, Google is good. It's a good reference tool. I use Google every day when I'm writing code, just to refresh myself on features or bug fixing. So Google is an excellent reference guide. But and Google has some good tutorials. But the difference between utilizing Google and buying books is these books, they go more in depth into that particular piece of knowledge. So if you, it's the difference between throwing, like I'm gonna make an analogy in creating a swimmer. You throw someone in the water and tell them to swim back to shore, or you have someone practice swimming techniques. The person that you threw in the water told them to swim back to shore. They might be able to get back to shore. They might develop a crude doggy stroke to get back to shore, but they will never become an Olympic swimmer without practice. So, and also you want to become special. You want to become an expert in your field. So, I mean, I don't want to become encyclopedic in my understanding of the tool sets that I use, but I do want to know what tools are available to me. That's why I buy books and I study these books so that I'll know the tools that are available. I still might have to Google, to refresh my memory, but I know that the tools are available to do that particular feature. I think Napoleon Hill, he mentioned that in Think and Grow Rich, become specialized knowledge. So, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in yourself when you buy these books. They're $50 a book, but it's a well-paid investment. It's just like paying for a college degree. That's an investment in your knowledge. And you're gonna have to, if you're committed to learning software development, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how, you're going to have to, you committed yourself to a lifetime of learning, basically. For my salty dogs, this is my Westpac 88 book. I went on my first Western Pacific cruise in the Navy in 88. Went all over Asia Pacific. I've been on 2 Westpacs. I did 4 years in the Navy before I became a software developer. So I'm a salty dog. I'm a veteran. Been all over Asia Pacific, Australia, Pacific Islands. And that's it. I mean, hey, if you want to commit yourself to software development, you're going to have to buy books. You're going to have to learn. And with that, I say peace.